Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of We're Screwed. I am your host, horror author James Hershey Jr. With me, as always, my co-host, old boy James Ash. How you doing, brother?
I'm pretty good. How you guys doing tonight? I missed you.
This is our wrestling episode again. Um, I would say, I want to do my highlight of the week. First of all, let me tell you guys what I watch every week now. Every week, I'm watching Raw, I'm watching SmackDown, I'm watching NXT, and from AEW, I'm watching Dynamite and Collision now. And I'm really liking AEW. I'm becoming a convert. I'm really enjoying watching that. It's pretty good stuff. So I'm down for it. But my highlight of the week that I want to talk about tonight was the Gunther match with Jimmy Uso. That was a hell of a match. I really enjoyed that. And then even better than the match was after the match. The beatdown after the match was just masterful. I mean, that was great storytelling. Zip tied Jay to the ropes and then beat Jimmy down in front of him, bloodied him all up, and was beating him like inches away from where Jay could reach. That was good stuff, man. Because at the end, Gunther has Jimmy's blood like all over his face, his chest, his stomach. He smeared his blood all over him, and it was just amazing looking. You know what I mean? It was so well done, and it's something that we haven't seen in wrestling for a while now. At least WWE. We went through that whole era where like they weren't even allowed to bleed. There wasn't allowed to be any color in a match unless it was like a major pay per view or something. But and even then you couldn't really do it that much. There was a period of time where if you bled, you got fined. It went from the days of Ric Flair and people like that just bleeding constantly. Abdullah the Butcher, all those guys just bleeding constantly in matches to where you weren't even allowed to see it anymore. And it's kind of cool to see it come back, and just the psychological aspect of that beatdown was really really good. Really really well done. I truly enjoyed that, and so I'm very very happy about that. My low light of the week, I think, was the Rhea Ripley match with Io Sky, the one where Bianca Belair was the referee. That was garbage, absolute dog shit garbage. Now I know they're doing it so they can set up the triple threat match at WrestleMania, probably, but it was just dog shit, man. Just if you want to have a triple threat, just have a fucking triple threat. You don't use this bad storytelling crap. To go. First of all, if Rhea's getting a rematch against Io Sky, right? Why the hell would you make Bianca Belair the special guest referee? That doesn't make any sense. She won the Elimination Chamber, so she's going to be facing one of the two of them, whoever wins at WrestleMania. So making her the special guest referee is automatically making it biased because she now gets to choose pretty much who she wants to face at WrestleMania. Because if she doesn't want to face Rhea, she just screws Rhea over and lets Io win. If she doesn't want to face Io, then she just screws Io over and lets Rhea win. As a referee, she has that ability. So it didn't make any sense. She has no experience being a ref. And she even said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing as a ref. I don't want to do that. So why do it? It's just a dumb storyline. It doesn't make any sense. And it was a waste of time, a waste of a good match. If you want to give Rhea the rematch against Io, let that be a good competitive match. There's no reason that couldn't have been an awesome match. And Rhea could have won back her belt. And then Io still could have been involved in a triple threat because then she could say, I want my rematch at WrestleMania. And you could have still done it that way and it'd have been a lot better than putting up this garbage match that just was no good to watch. And just nonsense. And of course, Bianca's going to grab each one of them and pull them away. It was so formulaic and so shit that I don't know. That's the low light of the week for me. I didn't enjoy that much at all. You know, AEW wise, I watched that this week. I love Tony Storm. I love what she's doing. The Timeless Tony thing is fucking amazing. I love watching that. I love that she teamed with Thunder Rosa and went against Megan Bine and oh shit, whatever the hell that other girl's name is. They're both beautiful, by the way. No knock on it. I don't remember her name. I'm just getting old. and I don't watch AEW often. I've just started watching it, so I'm having trouble remembering everybody. But that was a fun match, and I loved in the interview before the match when they were talking to her. Tony Storm called him Thunder Tits because her person she was tagging with was Thunder Rosa, and she called her Thunder Tits. And then during the match, they were going Thunder Tits. It was like really funny. And yeah, I really like what she's doing. That's a cool character, man. I see what old boy was saying. I really dug that. That was fun. Moxley, dude, Moxley is so good. I loved him as Dean Ambrose in the WWE when he was with the Shield. He was my favorite member of the Shield, and seeing what he's doing now is next level stuff. That's really really good. I really like him as well. So yeah, loving AEW, man, enjoying it a great deal. I am a AEW fan now. It started off like, okay, I'm going to watch this just so I can do this show, so that I'm informed, right? That's what it started. Now I don't want to miss it. It's not that I want to watch it so I can do the show. It's just I don't want to not be able to see it. The old boy's watching it right now. It's just I don't want to miss it. And once we get done with this, I'm going to go pull it up and watch it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing after this show. So yeah, that's what I got to say about this week. Highlight and lowlights. You know what I mean? What I thought for the week. The highlight was the Gunther beatdown. The lowlight was the Rhea Ripley Io Sky match. Made no sense, and I love both of them. Both of them, Rhea and Io. I love them both. I think they're amazing. The match didn't make any sense. It wasn't well done. It was just bullshit. Double disqualification, nonsense. No reason for it. So that's my take on the week. So I'm gonna throw over to old boy and see what he has.
Yeah, it was funny. No, I'm just showing you guys. I'm watching AEW right now. If you have HBO Max, I got it now. I got a deal with Verizon, so I got that, and I just changed my bill with the Netflix because I got a deal. You get Netflix and Max right now for $10, and I was paying $7 for Netflix, and they said you could put it together, so I'm only paying $3 more. So I'm like, cool. So I've been watching HBO Max, and now they got the contract with Dynamite. I'm watching Dynamite now. It was Will Offspring wrestling, and then his Tony Storm was just wrestling, and then they have MJF. I'm a big AEW fan. MJF and Bobby Lashley were in each other's face. I'm just because the show was already over now. I'm just giving you a repeat. I'm not over it, but I'm just showing you a little bit. Tonight's main event's going to be Copeland versus Carlito. Not Carlito. What's his name? He used to play as Zorro in the WWE, but he's with John Moxley's group. I forget his name. Claudio. Claudio is the main event tonight. I really like Adam Copeland, Edge. I like his character in AEW. I'm also a fan of Thunder Rosa. I love Thunder Rosa. That's my girl. It's one of my favorites. I like Jay Hart and Jay Hart. It's part of the what is it? The Hounds of Hell. Now they changed their name because Maya Kai Black went back to the WWE. I really like her. I love Willow. She's cool. I like Tori Storm. My wife can't stand her. Like she can't. She gets mad at him. She hates her. She can't. She absolutely hates MJF. She can't stand that guy. I actually like him. I think he's great. And I like the storyline they're doing with Bobby Lashley's group right now, the Hurt Syndicate. I actually like that. I really like that storyline. The Learning Tree is really cool because Jericho's leading it, but he's letting those two idiots, and he's got their Big Bill and the bounty hunter guy, something Hunter. I don't know his name is. But it's kind of funny. Jericho's still pretty good. I like how he talks and he makes me laugh. And yeah, Moxley's still cool. I like Moxley. I just think they need to give a title back to somebody else. I like Swerve. I think Swerve's crazy. I like him and Hangman, Adam Page. Their matches were very brutal, very next level. Those are the matches you need to watch. Those 3 matches or 4 matches. The one where he stapled his he stapled something on his picture of his family on his face, and then he licked his blood when he was bleeding. That's where they got blown up. That those two, and that's a very crazy vendetta. If you ever want to watch stuff back in AEW, that's one of the matches you guys want to see. Those matches were great, just like the Tori Storm, Maya May. Those 3 matches are great. Britt Baker versus I think it was who the hell was it? Thunder Rosa match. I think it's the death match, the death one where they you could blow up and something like that. Or there was like some kind of no rules. It was so bloody. They both were beat each other up so bad. It was a great match. I love that match. Most of Offspring matches, Will Offspring's like one of the best wrestlers in the world. Kaido, the Rainmaker, he's great. He's another one of the best wrestlers in the world. Kenny Omega is probably there too. Like I said, WWE is more entertainment and AEW is more wrestling. But I know more of this. James is starting to learn who all these people are, but that's why I'm going to go a little longer because I know a little bit more about AEW. So you guys will start. If you guys didn't watch AEW, it's on TBS on Wednesdays, or you can watch it on Max now, and you can watch Collision on Max or TNT on Saturdays. And then they have pay-per-views. The pay-per-views coming up. Destiny on this. I think it's on the 5th. I think it is. Yeah. And it's going to be a very packed card. That was another thing I was going to talk about. I think it's going to be. I think the main event is Jon Moxley versus Swerve Strickland for the title. That should be a really cool match. I hope Swerve wins the title. I think they're going to take it off Moxley. I've been reading about it. It kind of looks MJF's going to take on Bobby Lashley because they're kind of looking like they're going to feud. I don't know what they're going to do with that yet. They haven't pushed it yet too far. That might be. I think that's another match. And then there's a couple other ones. Adam Copeland and FTR are going to wrestle Jon Moxley's group. That I forget, what do they call those guys? The Dead. What's that group called? I forget the name. Deadly something or something. I forget what the name was.
Shit, I don't know. It is dead something.
It's dead combat something. Yeah, but they have the trio belts and they're gonna wrestle. That's another one of the match. I know Tori Storm's wrestling somebody. The girl who looks like she's from Valhalla. She looks like one of the Viking girls. She's really big and does the F5. That's who she's going to be wrestling for the title. There's a few other matches I know of. I think Offspring's wrestling somebody. Also, I forget who he's wrestling. It's supposed to be a good match. But their pay-per-view is going to be on the 5th. So WWE, same thing. Really disappointed. I know they're going to throw Rhea and them in a triple threat now. That's coming. That was pretty obvious what they're doing. And he said they should have done it. It was just a worthless match just to make it stupider. And it's probably going to be not good. I don't know if you saw what the main events are going to be. It's going to be CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I think CM Punk's going to get the title and Paul Heyman's going to betray. Remember, he keeps saying it. You owe me a favor. He's going to betray Roman Reigns, I think. I think that Gunther, that was a cool little bit where he beat the hell out of his brother in front of him. That makes it more personal. I think Jimmy's going to win the title, and he deserves to. I think Gunther's a great champion, but Jimmy does need a push because he's starting to go to AEW. You know what? The guy main evented, so let's give him the title,
Jay,
see what
right?
he can do. Huh?
You mean Jay, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I get him mixed up. Sorry, Jay. And he beat the hell out of Jimmy. Yeah, Jey Uso is finally getting his chance. He deserves it. He won the Royal Rumble. Let's give him the title, see what he can do. If he sucks, we'll get rid of it. Cody is going to lose the title to John Cena. I already see what's going to happen. Cena is going to probably cheat. I've been hearing the rumors of the NWO. I don't think Cena's just going to leave now. I think that was just bullshit. And now he's going to be here, and he's going to be the new WWE NWO. Drew's going to be a part of it. I've been hearing, and Seth. And I know, what is it? Drew and what's that guy's name? From the used to be from the Judgment Day. Oh, Priest. They're going to be a match. They're talking about that. That's going to be one of the matches. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to keep going. They're probably going to throw that in there. We'll see what's. Other things are coming, but those are the main matches you guys really need to know. Like I said, Cody's going to lose. I think he's going to somebody's going to come in and cheat. That's what I think. I think WrestleMania is going to be all right. I think The Rock's going to interfere. I already see that coming. I I have my opinions on it. I think Xena match was kind of cool, but it makes the real truth is Cody didn't want to be bad because they were, and that's why they had Xena do that. It was a backup plan. No one's seen it coming, but I think he's going to win the title because he wants to prove a point and then retire, and then he's going to get called out, and then Cody will beat him in the rematch or something. It'll be something weird, but I think he's going to win the title. I think CM Punk's going to win the title. I think that's why he said that he got the main event WrestleMania, and he really did for the first time. But he's going to win the title because I think he's going to get Heyman's going to betray him, and I see it happening. And it would be kind of cool because it's a whole new storyline with
What
Roman.
what
Huh?
title? Because Roman
Oh,
doesn't have a belt, Seth doesn't have a belt, and Punk doesn't have a belt.
oh no, you're right. No, there's no title. There's absolutely no. You're right. God, I thought there was a title. There should be. God, it's like Big Mouth. I forgot that's not a title match, but it's the main event. It doesn't matter. It's still like a title match. Which you get the main event at WrestleMania the night two, because Cody's and Cena's night one and their night two, and that's because they're going to do something. So they're both going to be closing the show. You're going to get one, and he's going to get one. So those are the two closers. So CM Punk's closing the show. Something weird's going to happen. I think that somebody's going to betray. Like I said, I think Heyman's going to betray Roman Reigns or somehow, and CM Punk's going to become the number one contender because I think that's what is for the number one contender. I think that's what it's for the shot at the title against who's going to wrestle either Xena or Rhodes next. So I think that's what the title is about. That's going to be the main event for WrestleMania. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. Taking a title match away from the main event kind of irritates me. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't understand why they didn't just throw like Roman um, and CM Punk and keep Seth Rollins out of it, and then throw in not Jey Uso and them. They should have not even got Xena involved and just brought Cody in it, and they could have had a main event there. It just made no sense. You could have had Roman, CM Punk, and Cody for the title. It made no sense. And Punk could have won. That's what I would have had for the main event, and then have Jey Uso versus Gunther for the main event, and or one of the women wrestling for the title. I would have done that. It just Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany's a joke. That I just they're going to give Flair the title. They're tired of Tiffany because she's boring and she's a good wrestler, but she can't talk that well. So and you saw when they talk, Charlotte just you could tell they're going to make Charlotte the champion because they want to keep up. They want to have her break the record of John Cena. They want to have to be the first woman to do it because she's at 14 right now, I think, or 13. So she's almost caught her dad at 16, and Cena wins. He gets 17. So, but I was just making the show go a little longer. I don't know how long. I think it's about 38 minutes right now. So I don't think we have to talk other than that. I think that's my review myself. Guys, just check out AEW on Dynamite on either, like I said, Max or on TBS, and the other one is Collision, either Max or TNT on Saturday. So I hope you guys check us out every yeah, every no the fuck is ain't the wrong. I hope you check us out on Spotify. I hope you check us out on James Hershey's YouTube page. You guys want merchandise? He'll tell you where to go. You get shirts, hats, whatever. I hope you have a great night. Misfit Shoelace, Monster Lovers, Demoners. I fucking love you. Good night.
Yeah, and my honorable mention for this week would definitely be John Cena. I mean, I think his verbal beatdown of Cody was pretty spectacular. That was a good exchange, and then Cody tried to come back and use some profanity and try to put Cena in his place, but Cena just buried his ass on the mic. And that was so good, so good. Heel Cena is pretty awesome. I'm enjoying that. I don't think he'll stay a heel. I think because if he is actually retiring, he's not going to want to go out as a heel. He's going to want to kind of have that redemption moment so he can get his flowers before he leaves. I agree. I think that he'll probably win the match because they want him to have 17 because they've been calling him the GOAT forever. You know what I mean? Michael Cole has, and everybody always says he's the greatest. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I mean, I think he's okay. He's fine, but he's nowhere near the greatest of all time. I mean, you got people like Austin, you got people like Flair. I mean, Hogan carried the company on his back for so long. He's not John Cena's not as good as those guys. You know, he may have won more titles, but that doesn't mean anything because it's not like he's actually winning titles. He's just scripted to win. You know, so I don't put any stock in how many titles you got. To me, it's what kind of worker you are and how entertaining you are. You know, and I think you can't beat Austin, you can't beat Flair, you can't beat Hogan for how entertaining they were. I mean, I would even put Triple H above John Cena. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they were awesome. DX was amazing. Triple H was amazing on his own. And Shawn Michaels, in my opinion, is one of the greatest workers of all time. He's one of the greatest wrestlers, actual wrestling, than anybody. You know what I mean? He was so good. And I would put Kurt Angle up there as well. Kurt Angle was amazing. You know, I'm a huge Kurt Angle fan. And I met Kurt Angle here in Virginia when he was with TNA. You know, I got to come up and meet him and everything. Got to get in the ring with Jeff and everything. That was a lot of fun with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's such a great guy. I love that dude. And Kurt was really cool as well. But anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. And watch more wrestling. That's all I can say, man. I'm watching AEW now, and I really enjoy it. You know, and I'm going to be watching AEW whether we keep doing wrestling shows or not. I'm still going to be watching it because I'm really, really enjoying it. And I agree. MJF is fire on the mic. I love that guy too. All right, love you guys. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Do we speak to you again? Love many, trust few, and do harm to none. God loves you, and so do we. Bye bye.